Good morning, everybody. I have not posted in a while because life happens. And I'm picking up hours at work, and my brother-in-law is still in the hospital in Duluth, and I really don't know how that's even going to turn out. And I don't know. In one of those times, again, because how quick things move. But on the way up to see my brother-in-law at the beginning of the week in Duluth, which is, a 3.5 hour drive from here, my son decides to tell me that he wants to move out. Not only does he want to move out, which I expected, he wants to go to Texas. That's across the country, and I don't have the financial means to be traveling. And I feel stuck here. Not that I want to follow him to Texas. But I don't know. I never thought that I'd be the only one left here. And now I'm an hour away from my sister. I own a bunch of shit that's worth nothing. So what do? The only person it's worth anything to is me. And what? Just sell it all? And then what? Because I can't afford to support myself on what I'm making in any situation where I don't own the stupid, worthless shit that I do. I shouldn't be talking like that, but it's just hard. It's hard when you're alone. Everybody says this is so fucking liberating. I don't know. He's struggled my whole fucking life with this thought that at some point things would get easier, and they don't. And I don't remember a time in my entire life where I felt like I could ever rely on anybody else. I have family that's supportive. I can't say that my parents didn't try, but did I ever feel like that I could rely? I don't know. I've gone through everything by myself, holding somebody else's hand. When the time comes that I need somebody's hand by me, there's never... I don't remember that ever happening. Nobody sat with me in the goddamn hospital. I sat there alone. And now I'm bending over backwards to be there for somebody else. Because it's the right thing to do. Because I know what that feels like. And I don't think that anybody should have to feel that way. Not if I can do something about it. I don't know. And then everybody's got their 2 cents to put in because they think what you're doing is stupid. Oh my God, there was a girl at work yesterday asking me about putting in a few more hours at work. And all I said was, it's kind of nice right now to have the extra hours because I could use the extra money. I'm not sure if that came off as complaining, but her response was, have you ever tried waitressing? And I said, yeah, and I felt like it was too hard for even the money ain't worth it. I'm sorry. The mental and physical strain. My God. 49 years old, not 29 years old. And I guess the truth is, and I wasn't going to film myself because the flies, as soon as I take this off, the flies are buzzing around my head. But maybe I need to talk to myself because I like myself better than that. The whole conversation kind of got, I said that I bought this mat at work, and it was expensive. To me, it was expensive. To her, probably not, because she let me know that, she works that job because she doesn't really need the money. But this is the same person that felt the need to let me. I complimented her on her wallet, but I have the same damn wallet. Well, then she had to inform me that hers was some kind of fancy designer. I don't remember which one, and how much she paid for it. Dude, I got mine for $25 on Amazon. She paid more than that. Good for her. It just really kind of got me because then she's telling me about how much I could be making waitressing. And again, I reiterate the fact that to me, I could make a lot more money that way. But I'm also so beat at the end of the night that I'd rather drink, which is where that life leads you. I'd rather drink because you get frustrated because you have no energy for anything but the fucking job. And is that job fun? Yeah, it would be fun if I could actually spend the time at the tables that these people actually kind of deserve. But you can't. You run. And the restaurant owners treat you, and the cooks treat you, like you're the dirt on the bottom of their fucking shoes. There's no respect. It's just mental fucking anguish and physical fucking anguish. And I am not willing to put myself through that anymore. And it really, I just felt like I needed to defend myself. I still do, obviously. Because the truth is that if I wanted to do something else, dude, I do amazing nails. I am still that nail tech that can pull off whatever it is that you want. The problem is that the mental anguish, and honestly, yeah, I'm sitting, but the sitting, the reason why I have the nerve problems in my feet that I do is from all the sitting all of them years. No job has got, I believe that if you want to look at it, there is negative aspects of every goddamn job out there. And you have to decide for yourself what's important to you. And if making $1,000 a week or whatever the fuck it is, waiting tables, is important to you, but I was not standing there complaining. I get frustrated because there isn't a lot of money in what I'm doing. And you feel like you put in hour after hour and you wonder, is this worth it? But when I think back to trying to deal with salon owners and nail people and the fact that they don't think anything of canceling on you with no notice, and then they act like they didn't do anything, and it puts you in a spot. Like, and there's no, there's money in it. I shouldn't even put it like that, but unless you're working full time, I don't believe, again, I don't believe that the money's worth it. I spent 20 years doing it, and by the end, I was in the bottom of a booze bottle. And that is because people are not nice. And they treat you horribly when they can. And it's not worth it to me anymore. In this job, honestly, in this grocery store, I don't know what it's like everywhere else. I hear a lot of really harsh complaining about other, I'm not going to name any names, but other places that sell food, groceries, and I don't see that bullshit going on in our store. I mean, no, do I feel like I'm appreciated the way I probably should be? No. But do I think that a restaurant owner treats their employees like they should? Fuck no. You know what? All they care about is making their money, and as soon as they can cut your hours, you're cut. And you know what? I don't care if you serve 50 people or 500 people a night. The work is the same. And on nights that you're not making nothing, then what do? Oh, yeah, sure. Everybody, oh, well, if you're saving it right. Oh, yeah, because as, I don't know, whatever. Again, I choose what I'm doing, and I was not complaining. What I like about this job is that there's no fucking stress. The worst, the absolute worst about it is the fact that it's standing. And it's, you're checking out people. It's the same thing over and over and over again. And, there ain't a lot of interaction with people. But that's what I like about it. And in our store, most of the people are positive. And, you got your negative aspects like begging. Because people do not understand that begging is really as simple as you got a can of soup sitting in front of you. You take the can of soup and you put it in a bag. That is really as hard as it is. And people will stand there like they don't understand how it works. Dude, the setup we have, the bags are open for you. I mean, you don't even have to do that. Literally, you take an item and you put it in a bag. And people are dumbfounded. And they really feel the need to make you feel like you're too stupid to do it. You're the one standing there not doing it. And honestly, there's so many more people that honestly want to bag their own and have no problem begging. It's the people that, my guess is they're difficult no matter where they're at. These are the people that are sitting down in a restaurant and changing every item on the menu. like it's their God-given right to be picky. I don't know. Again, I really did not need to come on here and just bitch. Yesterday I was in a way better place. And honestly, I wanted to get a taping in this morning, so I wanted to do it first because I'll lose momentum as I'm walking. But really, I should be walking, doing some silent walking and just taking in, because I haven't been out here even. I haven't not filmed and come out anyway, because I do that. But lately, no, it's just life's too busy. And that brings me to, like, all of these self-help things. You know, I don't know. These people must all only have to work a few hours a day and have nothing else to take care of. Because, dude, I'm not even pulling full-time hours at work right now. And I don't take work home with me. When I'm done at that job, I go home. That job is not my problem. And I add anything to the mix, and you just don't have time. I don't have time to be out here every fucking day. The AA program, you know, they would love to make you believe that you need to spend all this time meditating every day. And you know what? I probably do need it. But is that realistic? No. And my attitude right now might be because I haven't had enough meditation time. I would probably have to agree with that. But you know what? I'm trying to fit it in, and it's hard. And it's hard to prioritize this because it seems like something you can cut out. And I think that if all of these gurus... And the other thing is that, okay, I'm making $15 a fucking hour checking groceries, which... There's ATVs going by. Just making sure they're not driving in here. Don't sound like it. Okay. And you know, they all want money. Everybody wants money. They all want you to give. And you can't possibly afford all of this stuff. Not on $15 a fucking hour. Jesus Christ. So you start to feel like, dude, what is it? That I have to be rich to be healthy? But I'm doing the best I can. Because all I think is if I had... Mike's been... Well, I had to rely on him yesterday, trying to change the headlights out because I've been driving around with one headlight. Because that was another thing. You know, it just gets forgotten about, and then all of a sudden you're driving an hour home in the dark. And I don't have any... And now we were all in the room, and my relationship with my sister was non-existent before this motorcycle accident happened. And they're both injured pretty bad. He's still in... I left him in the ICU. And we had witnessed a seizure. And to see him go through that... And he was conscious through the whole thing, wanting us to do something, and you gotta wait for it to stop. And, you know, my relationship with my sister has been on and off, and My brother-in-law has been in my life since we were in high school. Since we were kids. I mean, we all grew up together, literally, since we were kids. And there's nothing you can do. All it is time, and we have to wait to see what happens. And I don't have people. Like I said, I had to rely on Mike yesterday. But you know what? I started telling him a little bit about what's going on. But what do I really tell him? Before he's screaming at me and pissed off because he don't really want to deal with anything. But yeah, I'm going to be going back up to Duluth this weekend, and I'm going to have to do the whole drive because I don't have anybody to take care of my dogs. And I have to come home because he's not fucking reliable. And I'm not even... I'll drive home. Come on. Whatever's down there, leave it. Anyway. Here. This is what I walked down here for. I don't even know how to tape any of these anymore. I think I'm supposed to be taping this way when I'm actually doing a long taping. And honestly, I should stop the taping down here because I want to do a little bit of stretching and breathing. And reminding myself that this ain't the hardest thing that I've had to deal with. You just get tired of doing it all alone. And now with my son leaving, you know what, part of me wants it to just be done because, again, I don't know. I don't know how to feel right now. And I don't know. What I need is to just take this all in and remind myself this is why I'm here. And sometimes, most of the time, you just don't know. I spend a lot of time thinking about the whole incel loneliness thing. Because you do start hating the fucking world. It's hard not to. Because people just treat each other so horribly. I can see. I can relate. I can relate to this shit when they're filming the only inside of their house and other people will freaking criticize that. It ain't because they want everybody. It isn't because I feel like I want the world to see all of that. It's because I don't have anybody. And you wonder why you're doing any of it. Why am I going to work every day? Just to do the same fucking shit over and over again. Because I can't afford to go on vacations. I don't have family I'm going to visit. I don't have people inviting me to do things. My neighbor's brother-in-law just passed away. He's 48 years old. I'm 49. I know it's lifestyle related. drugs, alcohol. They're not saying that, but that I know him and was close to enough to him to know what the fuck. And that's the way it is. We're all approaching 50, and I lived. I've done a lot of drinking. I've done a lot of trying to destroy my life. I've spent time in ICUs because of it, hospitals because of it. And sobriety, I don't know. Because people don't invite you to do things you don't drink. And if they want to drink, they don't know how to feel about drinking around you, and it's just fucking weird. And I get to the point where I don't go do shit. Because you're completely conscious of the fact that everybody wonders how you're feeling because you're not drinking and they are. Ugh. And you wonder why. Why even leave the house? And if I do go out and have a few drinks, oh my God, everybody thinks I'm falling the fuck apart. And it is. It's playing with fire, but you know what? Otherwise, nothing. I come and I do the same shit day in and day out. Do the fucking dishes. Take care of the dogs. You don't have time. I don't have time to come out here every day. Because, well, I get off at work at 10 o'clock at night. It's dark. It's the way it is. One way or another, no matter what you do, you're making some kind of sacrifice on something. Unless you're rich and you're smart enough to bide your time, spend your time wisely, I guess. Dude, I was going to stop my taping. I really should. So, I am going to wrap this up. I probably won't have, I know I won't have time to come out here tomorrow. I'm doing nails and then I go to work. Trying to buy this chick here. She is 8 years old, which is an old lady for a Great Dane. And I want to buy her an orthopedic dog bed. And it's $115, but you know what? Running a household, I ain't got that kind of extra money all the time. Not without dipping into savings, which I do enough of anyway. Because that's the way it is. You don't get ahead, and you sometimes feel like the world makes sure of that. The powers that be just don't ever want to just say, hey, what was that? Something just splashed over there. Anyway, this is Jen from Jen's House of Jen. Wishing everybody to be kind to each other. And I'm doing the best with what I have been given.